Hello and good morning. My name is Nurshayda Serena binti Masri. I am the leader of this group and I will be presenting present tenses. Other than that, one Rumaisato Akida binti Wan Azmi, another member of this group, will be doing the presentation for past tenses. And last but not least, for the future tenses, Nurhan Akori bin Jenri and Raymond Chui Vimping will be doing it together. Before presenting for present tenses, I would like to introduce the 12 verb tenses in English writing. There are three that are categorized, which are present, past, and future, and four more that are categorized to simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. Without further ado, let's start our present tense presentation with a very simple tense, as it says in the name, simple present. Simple present is often used to describe frequency, habits, facts, and routine. For example, we can use the sentence, she studies every day, where the simple present verb is studies. Other than that, in our Forensic Science Simplified article, we have a passage that uses simple present, which is larger agencies often have dedicated, highly trained crime scene specialists, while smaller agencies may require that first responders or detectives process the scene in addition to their other duties, where the simple present verbs are have dedicated and may require, since it also talks about the habits or facts. Next, we have present continuous tense. This verb is usually used to explain any unfinished action that is still in progress. For example, we have the sentence, I am still walking over you. Am still walking is the verb in this sentence. This is because the verb tense uses be plus verb and ing at the back. The verb must have ing at the back, while the be can be am, is, or are. For better explanation or better look at the verbs, we will be using a passage from the article Artificial Intelligence, the Future of Financial Crime Investigation is here. Our passage is Today, we are witnessing a turning point in which many of our aspirations for investigative efficiency are becoming reality. Right. So, we are witnessing Are witnessing is the present continuous tense because it is using are and witnessing, which has the verb witness. Are becoming is also a present continuous tense because again we are using are and becoming has the verb become. Other than that, we have present perfect tenses, which uses have plus the verb in its third form. For the example sentences, we have three from three different articles. The first article, we use the passage, after the scene processing has been completed, all evidence has been collected, and all equipment has been repacked, a final walkthrough of the scene is suggested. Alright, so we have three present perfect tenses here, which is has been completed, has been collected, and has been repacked. They all use the same present perfect tense, which is has been, where has is also the same as have, and been is the third form of to be. The next one is we have identified the owner and driver of the lorry and are currently working to locate the suspect to assist with our investigation. So the present perfect tense here is have identified, where identified is the third form of the verb identify. Next, and the very last is people have become more and more reliant on computers to do their work and communicate. The present perfect tense here is have become, where become is the third form of the word become as well. Last but not least, we have present perfect continuous. It is used for actions or situations that began in the past and are still continuing in the present, or for an action that was recently completed but is still relevant to the past. In simpler terms, started in past, still in progress. Present perfect continuous uses have plus been plus verb with ing at the back. For example, she has been studying for 3 hours straight, where has been studying is the tense, since has been and studying. Studying has the verb study. Other than that, we have two examples of the same from the same article. Drug-facilitated crimes, which include crimes including rape, sexual assault, robbery, and extortion, have been occurring more frequently over time. Have been occurring is the tense here because occurring is a verb with ing, and the normal verb is occur. The laborious processes used in traditional detection methods have been their defining feature. Have been their defining feature is the tense here because defining is define.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. I'm Wonder Maizatul Akila and today I'll be presenting past tense. To simplify it, past tense is used to describe actions or events that happen in the past. The first one is simple past tense. Simple past tense is used to describe something that happened in the past and is already finished. For example, he never cared about his assignments, so he went to sleep. From the first example, you can see the word started, which came from the word start. While for the second example, you can see the highlighted word is transitioned and shifted, which came from the word transition and shift. Next is past continuous tense. It is used to explain unfinished actions that happened in the past. For example, the weather was turning bad around that time. The third one is past perfect tense. Past perfect tense is used to describe actions completed before another action that happened in the past. It is often used to describe or clarify a sequence of timeline. For the first example, her false teeth were on the floor, and a new grin that she had worn to the pub had been put on her back to front. For the second one, a post-mortem examination concluded that Mary had died after being strangled at least 5 days earlier. Last but not least, when asked years later why she had failed to photograph what she said she'd seen on the enhanced bedsheet, Gezo replied. As for the last part of my presentation, it is the past perfect continuous tense. It is used to show that an action began in the past and continued up to another point in the past. For example, they had been playing football before it started raining. The example we gave is, in earlier times, fingerprint experts had been performing the entire analysis manually. That'll be all from me. Thank you.
Okay, so today I'm gonna talk about the future simple. For the first one, if medical, fire or coroner's will be on scene, they will need to be advised regarding inventory issues as well. For the second one, as technology advance and devices become more portable and affordable, additional testing of advance will likely be conducted at the scene. Thank you.
So for the future perfect tense, the Angelo, who had sat in a wheelchair and was covered by a white face mask, as victims and family members gave statements, rose out of the wheelchair and spoke free of the face covering. And thus, below the line that I read, there's a link regarding the line that I've read. And the second, by 2020, science had advanced enough for the DNA to be retested, leading to a man's DNA being pulled from the body. And there's another link about that line that I've read too. And last but not least, for future perfect tense, in 2002, San Antonio Police received a call from a retired priest who had heard Faith's confession in 1963, in which he admitted to having bound, gagged, and murdered that young woman. There's another link regarding the line that I have read to. We will continue to Raymond in future continuous.
For future continuous, forensic expert will be reviewing by mobile phone data to describe an action in progress at a specific time in the future. An action expected to be interrupted by another to make polite inquiries about future plans to give a polite warning reminder. Example, in the future, he will be traveling to Japan. So my resources is down there. You guys can click the link and pay for it. Thank you.
So for the last part is future perfect continuous tense. So the line that I get from the article is the stages for preparing latent fingerprint before AFIS input, along with methods for porous and non-porous surfaces, will have been providing the reader with a complete understanding of a development process. This future perfect continuous tense used to emphasize the duration of an action that will have been happening for a period of time up to a specific point in the future. For example, by next year, Rain will have been studying English for 13 years. That's all from me. See you later.